Hi guys, this is Michael from the Board Games Chronicle. Today we are back to the British way, first of the coin multipacks, and today we'll be focusing on already third title in the series. We already played Palestine, we already played Malaya, today we'll play Cyprus. Just a reminder, the British way is kind of a two-player coin games, counterinsurgency games. First initiated by Volker Runke, now further developed by a broad array of very talented designers. This is the first multi-pack. By multi-pack, we understand a situation in which in one box you have a couple of coin games, pretty short in nature, two-player, but still there are like four of them. So what I'm doing in this continued series, I'm playing through all of them solo. They are pretty solo friendly. You play, of course, two hands, the way how you resolve special operations, events, and so on really helps. I strongly encourage you guys to have a look at previous gameplays, especially at Palestine. The Palestine rules are pretty similar to Cyprus. Those two emergencies, how the British called them, were not so violent in nature and much smaller in scale than what usually coin games shows. For example, Malaya and Kenya are much more closer to the regular coin games like Undan Abyss, A Distant Plane, or other titles in the series. Those two are more like connected with the not so terrorizing, but more like sabotaging the British presence in those countries. Now, what I will do in this material, first of all, I will explain a bit the rules. There are always some, let's say, specifics to each of those four conflicts, and then we'll play. Normally, those games from this multi-pack last up to, I would say, 1 hour and a half. We play 3 rounds. In each, we have max, let's say, 7 events. With propaganda. So this is not overly long. If I manage to play decently quickly, I will most probably play till the end. We managed to play the Palestine till the end, third turn. In the Malaya case, after the second propaganda, there was automatic victory by the British. So I really hope it should be possible. Okay, so let's talk about the rules. We'll start with a map. This is the map of Cyprus, and this emergency, the British called it, was from 1955 till 1959. We can see on the map, first of all, two bases, British bases. They are here. There are two mountain areas. They are here, and we have 6 towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The numbers show the number of population there. So 0 in mountains, like 1 in most of the towns, 2 in Nicosia, and also in the bases we have 2. Here is the political will track of the UK, and whenever it reaches 0, then this is the automatic victory for the Cypriot insurgents. The insurgents have red cylinders and red tokens. These are the armed caches. These are the, you may say, guerrillas, but cells are better. These are not the true guerrillas. And the British has the troops. Brown and yellow, these are the police. What is specific for this title in this multi-pack is the international opinion track. This conflict was under the high scrutiny of United Nations, and there was a lot of things which were happening in the United Nations Committee. It will have a huge impact on the gameplay. First of all, at the end and during every propaganda round, this is the number which will be divided from the British political will. And also, if it reaches 0, so ignore. so the conflict is ignored, there will be no smuggling to the Cyprus. But if it's condemned, so far, the smuggling will be two spaces, not one space. So that will really change a lot. What else can I say about the map? Of course, we have prison. We have initiative track. So the game is started by the Cypriot insurgents, and after each propaganda, they will be first, and they can use the limited operation, event, or ops, and special activity. Whoever is first, counting from this side, will be first in the next round, as always. We need to prepare the deck. The deck has, I believe, 30 cards or even more. We need 3 piles of 6 regular events. So let us create it. 1, 2, 3. Those events will not be used in this game. So that way you can see there's a huge replayability of the game because we are not using all the cards. Then we take the 3 propaganda cards and we'll shuffle them with the last 2 cards here. So the 4 events will be played for sure, and then we shall see here also last 2. All in all, it's 7 plus 7 plus 7, so 21 cards, but rarely ever you play all 21 cards. Okay, and now we put this on that. That way we have deck prepared. So the round can last from as few as 4 events to as many as 6 events, because out of those 7 we are taking the last 2. I'm checking if we have everything set up correctly. Yes. So now it's time to look at the operations and special activities, because this is something which really makes this game interesting. The game comes with a really nice play rate, and I'm always using them to depict those things. There will be British operations and special actions, and the EOKA operations. I call them Cyprus insurgents and special activities. This is very cool. It's the summary how to lower or how to raise the political will, so you have all the information with one card. So let's have a look. British operations, they will have deploy, patrol, search, and assault, similar to what they have in Palestine. Deploy allows to place police and reposition troops to one space on the map. Patrol will allow to move police and remove cells to prison. And those cells has to be active, so they need to be flipped like this. The search will allow us to move troops, activate cells, and place curfews. Curfews we have here. This is double-sided weapon. On one hand, it's much easier to control the cells when there is the curfew in the town, but it's much easier for them to impact us with some special abilities. And then we have, of course, assault. We remove the insurgents, and there is a procedure here. I'm not going into the detailed procedures. I'd rather show them when we'll be first playing those activities. Enough to say is that the total number of and maximum number of places where we can play is 3, with some exception that in case of those 3 operations, if we use an Intel cheat, there's like 9 of them, 0, 1, and 2 value, we will be able to add 1 more space. And this is important because this Intel cheat represents kind of the resources for the British. Just like arms, cash will be representing the resources for the insurgents. In this game, in Cyprus, but also in Palestine, we do not have any regular resources. We use this as a resource. So, what special activities we have? We have restore. I believe in Palestine we have similar, maximum 1 space. We remove curfews, and we can remove those sabotage markers. And sabotage would be one of the main ways of insurgents hitting our political will during the propaganda round. And in order to remove it, it's not so easy. We need to have troops, police, and no insurgents. So you not only need to amass your forces, but you need to get rid of the opponent, and they can always pump some hidden insurgents there. Sorry. Now, diplomacy, a new thing. We can shift international opinion track. Well, how do we do it? If 3 or fewer towns have sabotage or curfew, 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we can shift it 1 to the left. And this is pretty cool for the two reasons. First of all, it actually saves you not 1, but up to 3 political will after each propaganda. And then you can get to the 0 where smuggling actually is not allowed anymore. Really, really, really great thing. And yeah, if there is more towns, then with a sabotage, then 3 with sabotage and curfew will be rolling a die. Interrogate, you can gain intel cheats. It's really new mechanic. You take number of cells in the prison, you run them down, they divide by 2, run them down, and you're getting that many intel cheats. Also, I believe that whenever we pass, the British draw 1 intel cheat. Yeah. So this would be the action for British. As you can see, there is no action which will increase number of troops on the map. So once the troops are done, they are done. Now, insurgent operations. First of all, of course, recruit. We'll be placing the cells, and in order to place the cells, the town or mountain cannot have curfew. This is where the curfews helps, because they are preventing recruit. And we need arms caches next to the space where we do it, or in the space where we do it. We will be able to travel. We'll be moving cells up to 3 originating spaces with cells. Origin, yeah. May move. This is interesting. Cells may move from origin space to any spaces. So they can really move from everywhere to everywhere. Pretty powerful, but they can be spotted if there's a curfew, or if there is a lot of troops there, or other British resources. Sabotage, very, very, very important. They can place sabotage. This is again in up to 3 spaces, 3, 3, 3, 3, but those with star can be increased to 4 if they use the arms cache. So in up to 3 non-mounted spaces with underground cells, in each selected space they activate 1 underground cell and roll a die. And I will not be going into details now. Enough to say they need to roll more than 2, and they can augment it with removal of arms cache, or they can have a minus modifier if there's a police there. And then we have ambush, so attack. It allows to add arms caches. In up to 3 towns, yeah, in each selected space, activate 1 underground cell and remove 1 police if possible. Then roll 1 die, and again, if the roll results is more than the cubes, for example, they can remove it here, and if the roll is more than the cubes, they place 1 arms cache. Or in adjacent mountain or town. That will be pretty powerful because on the pass they can also ambush. They have limited ambush, and I tend to see that the way the games in this multi-pack are designed, Palestine, Malaya, Cyprus, they slightly favor the faction which historically won the game. Not to a large extent, but slightly. And now, even now, reading those rules, I have a vision how the Cyprus can fight really to get rid of a British political propagandize. Oh, hopefully pronouncing it well. Purpose is lower political will or shift in international opinion. Again, 1 space with a cell and a sabotage or curfew marker. So in order to do this, you need to first of all have a sabotage. What you do in each space, if a cell underground, activate 1 cell, then either lower political will or increase opinion track. And again, lowering political will, it's an immediate gain. But early on, increasing here, after each propaganda turn, you would have an impact. So The sooner this is done, the bigger impact it will have. So enough important to know. And that will be all special activities. Now let me take the propaganda round. Yeah. For the propaganda round, this is how would it look like. But first of all, I would like to tell you about political will. How to raise, so the British options. During the campaign, so playing the cards and doing the activities, they can remove armor cash with the event, with the attack, they will gain one political will. And there will be events which will help. And during the propaganda, so this area here, if there is no arms caches in mountains, they will get 2 political wills. So getting rid of this cache is really important. And every 2 towns without any sabotage markers plus 1 political will. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would mean 3 political will points for the British. How that insurgents can work here to decrease the political will. First of all, during the campaign, they can do the propagandize, -1 political will, and there will be events -1, -2. I remember, was it Palestine? I believe it was Palestine that the events can decrease this even by 3. And then during the propaganda, each sabotage marker in town is -1 or -2 political will, depending on this number of the population. Then sabotage markers in bases, -2. Not so easy to get to the British base and do the sabotage, but that is possible. International opinion track, -0 to -4, of course. And as for the propaganda round, important to note that as usually, pretty early in the game, the victory is being checked. So we will have, first of all, international pressure lower, particularly will by the international opinion track value. This is first thing. And then we look at the disorder, so sabotages, and order, so places without sabotage and no caches in the mountains. And then we check the history, victory, and if the game ends. Then there will be gaining of resources. Insurgents will place 1 arm cache in town or mountain. The British draw 1 cheat if they have 0, otherwise they need to drop. So it doesn't make sense to accumulate this. And then there will be redeploy and reset. And that's all for the rules. They are not overly complicated. As I told you, pretty straightforward, suitable for the solo play. So what we'll do now, we'll continue in a moment with the actual gameplay. So please stay tuned. Okay guys, let's start our session. We start from flipping an event and reading it. So Macarius third. There is always a version which is positive for the British and the version which is positive for the insurgents, so dual used event. Here we have British may restore in any 2 spaces with cubes and no AOK. So this would be a British positive event, and this is political leader of Enosis. Shift international opinion 2 steps to the right. No brainer. No brainer for the insurgents. We take the event and we shift international opinion 2 steps to the right. This is a huge event. We'll be able to do smuggle into spaces, and that also gives us 2 more political will hits per turn, so up to 6. The British can respond probably in 2 ways, because you can immediately take operation and special activity, or maybe you would like to take now limb up and be sure to have this later on. What they would like to do is try to improve with the diplomacy the situation in the international opinion track, and most probably also try to get rid of this. So what we can possibly do with a limited operation, we can do the search, move here, but then the assault is only with interrogate, so that's not the best. You see guys, A tricky situation. They hit us so pretty hard already at the beginning, but it's really hard to find a good way of dealing with it. But I still believe we'll do the search, a limited operation of search. And how do we do the search? May move any troops into adjacent destination specified in if mountain or base. Activate one cell for every cube, and that's what we will do. And then if you look at the salt, remove one active AOK piece per troop or one per two troops if mountain. So we will do it that way. That we will move one, two. We need four of them to remove all of these mountains. We move four. We flip this guy. And this was a search, a limited operation search. We jump back here. And then we have radio Athens. If international opinion is discussed or ignored, remove any free cells from the map available. That would be fantastic, but it is not. And insurgents place free cells totally in those or mountains. So I believe what we'll have now, we'll have the British definitely trying. And now the good question is whether they would like to do assault and interrogate. We don't have too many cells there, yeah, so this is not the best way. But definitely we will do the assault. We'll take the first place next turn. So we do the assault, remove one active AOK piece per troop or one per two troops mountains. So we remove those two. That increases our political will by one. And this would be a limb up. Okay. And now, most probably, do we want this or we want with a special operation? If we do without special operations, then the insurgents have an option of playing this. I believe they will anyhow go for event because they don't have arms cache now, so they want to place the insurgents. So they will put one in the mountains, in towns or mountains. Towns or mountains. We will put one here. We can sabotage there, and we'll put one more here. So you can see it plays pretty quickly. Third event, British bases. For each British base with no sabotage marker or AOK pieces, add one political will, but we don't have space to add political will. Place a cell in each British base when AOK may perform sabotage in each. Let me see if they can do the sabotage. Sabotage. Place sabotage markers in each selected space. Activate one and roll die, subtracting one for each police in the space and adding two if any arms cache are in adjacent places. I don't see any of them there. So what we will do as a British, I believe we will do option special activity. We will be doing recruit. We want cells up to two. No, not recruit. Deploy. Place police and reposition troops up to 3 towns or bases with more troops than AOK. Place one police in each selected space. So we'll place here one, and I believe we need also to do something about that. Okay. Then may move any troops to any one space, even mountains, and even in operational. Limitation. Okay, so how do we want to play it? I believe we'll move back one here, troop. We'll move one here. We'll move one here. We'll move one here. Yeah, we came back from the mountains. And now we can add to this this deploy, restore or diplomacy. I think diplomacy would be good. 3 or fewer towns have sabotage. So we moved here. Good. And now this is the time for the for insurgents. what we did with this police will prevent easy sabotage. No arms caches means they don't have actually the possibility to add to the roll. So either event, place cell in each British base when UK may perform sabotage in each. Or we can do the limited sabotage over here, which will give us automatic point. That's a good question what to do. So you see, we'll be rolling on, we need to roll more than 2. Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 police will actually get us mine shown. Okay, so look, what shall we do? We will do the event. We put cell to each base. Then we flip because we try to sabotage. And normally, yeah, yes. So in each space, second space, activate one underground cell. We did it. And roll a die, subtracting 1 for each police in the space. We have 1 police in each, and adding 2 if any arms cache. No arms cache. If the roll results is 2 or more, place a sabotage marker. So the roll has to be 3 or more now because we subtract 1. 3 or more here. Yes. Yes, it was risky on the British side, and I believe that was not a good play by them, but yeah, we are learning the game. The fourth event, John Harding plays a curfew marker in town with troops, then search and assault her. That would be cool, for example, to get rid of those guys. Shift national opinion 2 steps to the right. I believe that we'll play it differently this time. We'll play event, but we'll not do the event. We'll do the pass, and pass allows ambush in one space. So we can do the ambush. Add arms cache up to 3 times. This would be limited, so 1. In each selected space, activate 1 underground cell and remove 1 police if possible. Then roll a die. If the roll result is more cubes, place 1 arms cache there or in adjacent mountain or town. The best way to play that would be to do it here. So activate 1 underground guerrilla. Okay, remove 1 police if possible. Then roll die. If the result is more than cubes, place 1 arms cache there or in adjacent mountain or town. So let's do it. We need to roll 2 or more. Yes, we can put 1 arms cache and we'll put it here. How the British can respond and what they can do, they need to get rid of this sabotage, I believe. In order to get rid of sabotage, they need to restore. And this can be done with deploy. Only with deploy. So let's do it. We go full swing here. We do the okay, but by the way, first of all, you need to get rid of those guys in order to be able to do the restore. You need to kill them so you can do the restore. Oh yeah, it's not good, guys. It's not good. Everywhere something is not good. By the way, we killed this troop here, and the first goes. Okay. Available in prison. Yeah, if you would kill more, it would go to prison. Hard decisions for the British. They starting to lose. Sabotage here. International opinion very poor. I believe what, but of course a high political. What we need to do is to play with diplomacy. That's for sure. And we don't have Intel cheats. Yeah. Okay, I believe we'll do patrol. What patrol is allowing us? Move police and remove cells to prison. So, up to 3 non-mountain destination spaces with cells. May move any police to any destination spaces. Let's say this is a space I'm from here to here, from here to here, and we'll move this one guy from here to here. Remove one active cell to prison per police in one destination. Not enough. Not so good. Not so good, guys. I hope it will remove more of them. But still, this is not so bad. Okay, we'll do the assault. We'll do assault here, here, and here, and we'll kill all of them. And I believe every second goes available, prison available. So this is that way. And we can do interrogate, and interrogate doesn't give us anything, so we just move back here. Not good, not good, not good. Okay. In space with troops, assault removing any arms caches. This is great. This is great event if you would have troops here. Oak concludes 3 limited operations. I believe this is a good stuff. 3 limited operations. Ambush. In each space, activate 1 underground cell and remove 1 police if possible. So let's do it this way. We remove this police and we put a cache here. Okay. We need to roll a die before we put the cache. We need to roll 3 or more. They have it. Another limit operation would be recruit. Place up to 2 cells in mountains with arms cache. So that's exactly what we are going to do. And the third one, why not sabotage? Place sabotage markers. Limit operation in each space, activate 1 underground cell and roll a die. It's here. We need to roll more than 2. They are fantastic, really. That way, it will be a huge emergency for British. By the way, I believe I forgot to do the diplomacy last time when I was doing the assault. But no, I cannot do it. I can do it only with interrogate. Something for something, I believe. So now, after this beautiful event, the British strike back. They will, of course, try to get rid of those sabotages. They can do it with restore. So they remove this one here, and we still don't have this cheats, intelligence cheats. So they remove it here, and they can do it only with deploy, place police, and reposition troops. So we'll be placing police. 1 here and 1 here, and then we reposition troops. And where do we want the troops? We want them here, of course. We need to try to strike there if it's still possible. Okay. Development program. Wins hearts and minds. Increase political will by 1 for each town with both troops and police and no NOK pieces. Sabotage marker or curfew. Place to cells total in any towns. I believe it might be now a time for those guys to do ops and special activity. We need more arms caches. We can do the smuggle. So place or move arms caches, mountains and or towns spaces with cells up to number in. Or we can do this sabotage. Yeah, it can be done in each selected space, non-mountain spaces with underground guerrillas. I believe we'll go for this sabotage. Try to sabotage here, here, and here. 3 spaces. In each selected space, activate 1 underground guerrilla. Now, and roll dice subtracting 1 for each police in space. In the space, you can add 2 for arms cache. If the roll is 2 or more, place a sabotage marker in the space. Will not be removing arms cache, I believe, but will be rolling here 3 or more, 4 or more, and here is 4 or more. 3 or more. They are really good. 4 or more. No, and there 4 or more. Yes, another sabotage here. What the British can do, we can easily evaluate that we have already 6 events, so the propaganda will be now. Yeah, most probably. How they can minimize the losses here? They will anyhow not gain any first position here because after propaganda they will be second. They have this event: increase political will by 1 for each town with both troops and police and no AOK or curfew. Is it not a mood? Yeah, a mood event. So they have only limb up, and the limb up. It's either deploy, patrol, search, or assault. Assault is always good. We can't get rid of the sabotage markers, so probably we just try to get rid in a limb up. Or we can, you know what, guys? We will pass and we draw a cheat. On other, we actually don't need to do it. We rather attack. We rather attack because during the propaganda round, we will anyhow will be drawing a cheat. Propaganda. I don't have good news for the British, but let's go with this. International pressure. Lower political will by the international opinion track value. 3. Disorder. A lower political will by 2 for each sabotage marker in Nicosia, 1 for each sabotage marker in other towns, and 2 for each sabotage marker in bases. So simply we count the population. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, a lot. Order. Increase political will by 2 if no arms caches mountains, unfortunately not, and by 1 for every 2 towns without sabotage marker. No, so 1, 2, 3, rounded down, 1. So we increase by 1. And yeah, resources. Okay, may place 1 arms cache in town or mountain with a cell. I believe it's good to have it here. British draw 1 until cheat if they have 0. That is why I didn't want in the last round to draw any kind of a cheat. Okay, so what do they get? 0, of course. And now redeploy. British may move police to any spaces with British pieces, then must move troops in mountains to any bases. So they need to redeploy to the base. Okay. And do we want to move the police? With British pieces, yes, I want 1 police here. I want 1 police here, and I want 1 police here. Reset. If 3 or fewer towns have sabotage or curfew markers, shift international opinion 1 step towards ignored. I believe we have 1, 2, 3 towns. 3 or fewer towns have sabotage or curfew. Exactly that's the situation. So we move it here. Remove all curfew and sabotage markers. and half rounded down from prison to available, so he stays there. And all sabotage is removed. Flip all cells underground and fight for survival, dear British. That's how does it look like. And now those guys are first eligible, those are second eligible. And we'll continue the play. Let us continue with turn 2. The turn 1 didn't play well for the British, but they can still catch up. We start with the first event. Macmillan plan. Compromise offer. Lower political will by 1 to either remove 2 sabotage markers or shift international opinion 2 spaces to the left. That's a good question. Okay, plan rejected. Increase political will by 1 to perform sabotage in up to 3 spaces. I believe this is okay, so we will go with this event and we'll try sabotage in 3 spaces with insurgents. Remember, we need to roll more than 2. If we remove arms cache, we will be able also to increase the possibility. So let's first of all sabotage those places which are empty. So simply 3 or more, and we have sabotage markers. Yes, that one now. The further one. Yeah, so both of them are sabotaged. And now the next thing which will happen, we can sabotage one more space. I believe this would be here. It's with police. So if it's with police, it has to be 4, 5, or 6. No, it didn't work well, but it was pretty nice. Now the British, what the British can do, they will do something long term. So they will do most probably search. We will do the search, and we'll do the search here, a limited operation search. We'll move troops here, and that way we will, of course, see those guys here. And now we could potentially, we will not do more things, and we can actually move those from here. This is the search, and now we go to the next event. And the next event is school children without remove 2 cells available from any spaces. EOC may propagandize in 1 curfew space. There is no curfew, so what we will do? We will now go for this ops and special event, and the operation. What would be the operation? This would be assault and remove 1 active piece per troop or 1 per 2 troops. You know what? I will do this. How to get to those? It's not so easy to get to those, as you can see. We have not enough troops for that. Let's do the limited operation and let's get rid of those 2. 1 goes here, 1 goes here. Yep, that was good. And still thinking if it's not, because they will build, a lot of cells here. Okay, let's do the full, and then as a second we'll do infiltrate, not infiltrate, we'll do interrogate, draw 1 into cheat for every 2 cells in prison, rounded down. So let's draw a cheat, it's another 0. It's a pity, but let's see. And we were able to assault in other places, but there were no legitimate targets. So they have now limb up or event. Event doesn't make sense. Limited operation would be definitely here. And it will be okay, up to 3 mountains, and it will be one place up to 2 cells with arms caches. Okay, the fight continues. Greek government. Shift national opinion track up to 2 steps in either direction. Then either place 2 cells in town spaces or remove 2 cells from any spaces to available. Definitely we go for the event. We move it here. And we move 2 of them in the towns here. And Nicosia here. Now what the British will do, that's a very good question. It would be fantastic to assault by removing the cheats, but we cannot do it. Okay, so I believe what we'll do, we will do the search, and the search will be here. The search will be here. The search will be here. Okay, we did the search and diplomacy or interrogate. I believe I prefer interrogate. So one cheat. Now that's better. And this goes here. And now the next card. Royal Navy blockade. EOC must roll greater than 3 to place any arms caches with smuggle. Interesting. EOC may select any mountain or town for smuggle. I believe we can go with this capability for the okay, just let me see where I have capabilities. Yes, this would be shaded capability. So they will take event. Nice event. Yep, because for now smuggle sells up number, and we can use each. EOC may select any mountain or town for smuggle, and then they will do, of course, the special ability, and the special ability, my base will be the attack, and the attack will be in 4 places. Maybe we can do we could do the search here, but we didn't thought about it last turn. So we do the attacks here, and it goes that way. Here we remove this one guy to available. Here one goes to prison, second to available. Here one goes to prison to available, and those 2 arms caches also are removed. No, they are not. 2 to 1. 2 to 1. That's a pity, because assaulting mountains, yeah, or 1 per 2 troops in mountains. It's really hard to do it. But as a second operation and special activity, we interrogate and we draw 2 cheats. Maybe some better ones this time. Yes, number 2 and number 2 finally. So maybe the British will finally start. Road ambushes. Ambushing spaces with troops must also remove the activated cells available. Nice for the British. In 1 ambush space with troops, okay, may lower. That would be great. They will be able to remove political. Yes, we will also take this capability, but then we will not protect those guys. Will not protect those guys. Shall we attack here? No, it's probably time. It's probably time to secure. We'll play as a insurgents. Lim up. Lim up should be enough. We'll put two votes here and it will be first. And now, what will British do? The British will relentlessly attack, I believe. But can we do something else? That's a good question. It's a good question. Diplomacy is wrong. We should lower the diplomacy too. So, guys, what we shall do, we'll do patrol and diplomacy. That way, move police and remove cells up to 3 non-mounted destination spaces. May move any police to any destination space. Then in one destination space, remove 1 active cell to prison per police. We'll do that way. We'll move those 2 guys here. And this guy is correctly placed. That one here. Now we'll remove this cheat. And we will remove those 2 guys to the prison. That I believe is the best way to do it. Okay, it's still positive for the insurgents, but maybe not so much anymore. Now, Falcon, TMT, Turkish resistance groups. In up to spaces with cells and police, remove 1 cell available or to place a sabotage marker. So here and here, okay. We go for this. In up to 2 spaces with cells and police, remove 1 cell available to place a sabotage marker. Definitely, we want this to be done there. Because this is like 3 political points. And the other one was, where was it? Where was it? Here. Okie doke. And it's not so easy to get rid of this because we need to restore. And restore we can do in max 1 space. No, we'll not do that. We will do the assault. We'll again do the assault, and the assault will be here. We'll remove those 2 caches, and this will be lim up. Limited operation. We want to be first next round. Okay, now propaganda. Okay, we shall see who will survive and if they will survive. So, international pressure, 4 points. My goodness. Disorder, lower particle will by 2 for each sabotage marker. Okay, sabotage. 2, 3, 4, 5. Order, increase particle will by 2 if no arms caches in mountains, unfortunately not, and 1 for every 2 towns with sabotage, without sabotage markers. So we have 1, 2, so 1 up. And no victory achieved. It's not final round. 1 cell, 1 arms cache can be placed. And British draw 1 to cheat or remove half rounded down. Okay, redeploy. British may move police to any spaces with British pieces, then must move troops in mountains to bases. So they come back to the bases. Any cells in bases to towns, there is no. And then move 1 to any space. We said, do you want to move arms cache somewhere? No, it's fine. Reset, if 3 or fewer towns have sabotage or curfew, I believe we have now 4, so it's not true. We will not improve political opinion. Remove all curfew and sabotage markers. I guess I don't see how the British will win it, but maybe some miracle will happen. Okay. Half rounded down goes to available from here. And of course, those are first eligible. And we are now for final round. We are here for the third and final turn. Only a couple of events left, so we should really be finishing pretty soon. Let's see how it goes. Not very well for British. We're still standing free, but with this international opinion, it might not go so well. Let's see. First event. Street riots. Each space selected for EOK sabotage operation with British pieces and more than one cell must first remove one cell available. That would be good because we will be losing the cells. One space selected for EOK sabotage operation may use an already activated cell. That would be cool, but I don't believe we have time for this. What we will do, we need more troops, so up to 3 mountains and or towns without curfew markers. Place up to 2 cells in mountains with arms cache or 1 cell in spaces with or adjacent to arms cache. That's what we will do in 3 spaces. So those 3 spaces, first of all, 2 cells here, 1 in Nicosia and 1 in Famagusta. Do we want something to add? Maybe smuggle. We can do this in 2 spaces now. Mountain and or town spaces with cells up to number indicated on the international track, so 2. Either place 1 arms cache if no cubes or move in 1 arms cache. So I will put 1 arms cache here. And if no cubes, okay, I believe I will do this. So this is pretty cool. Now, what should be done by those guys? I believe we will do deploy, place police and reposition troops. It will be 1 space, so place 1 police in each selected space. So we cannot remove police and move it. It's slightly different to what we had in typical coin when you did not have enough troops or cubes or simply tokens. You could take from the map and put somewhere. In this case, it's not possible. So what we'll do, we mainly would like to do, may move any troops to 1 space, even mountains. So we will be moving troops here. How many we need? We need a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need like 10 to kill all of this. And probably we should do it, guys. 2, yes. Probably we should do it. So there will be fight here. And now we go to the next round. Rough handling. Interrogation adds 1 intel cheat for every cell in prison. That would be really nice. Interrogation allows also lowers political will by 1. That would be good for the insurgents. What do we want to do? We want to assault, remove all of this. You can assault and interrogate, have more cheats, which could be helpful. Let's do it that way. Let's control what will happen next turn. On the other hand, we don't want to give them this operation special activities. So what we'll do assault and interrogate. So we assault here. We use 3 intel tokens. So we kill 3 hidden guerrillas. And for each active, we need to have 2 troops. We have 10, so everything is destroyed. 2 goes to available, 1 goes to here, those 2 goes here, political goes to here, and with assault we can use only interrogate, and we are getting 2 chips. Still, all is possible. 2 and 1. Nice draw. Now, what shall the insurgents do? I believe we most probably need to do the sabotage here. It's for 2. I believe this is pretty cool. So we will roll a die on 4, 5, 6 because there is 1 police here. On 4, 5, 6, I will get 2 victory points. No! The luck is not with them anymore. We have so much luck for so long, but not anymore. Guys, we are getting very close to the end. Cube patrols. Remove 1 AOK piece each, max 1 arms cache total from up to 3 spaces with troops. 1 political will if arms cache removed. Place established marker in up to 2 town spaces with troops. I have 0 town spaces with troops. So I believe what we do, absent special activity. Place cells up to 3 mountains and or towns without curfew markers. The 2 cells in mountains with arms cache or 1 cell in spaces with or adjacent arms cache. We need to first smuggle, place or move arms caches, recruit or travel. Location, mountain and or town spaces with cells up to number indicated on international opinion track. It's not so good. It's not so good. I will most probably maybe we should do travel. Yes, we should do travel here and here. Yep, and then to this travel we add smuggle. Mountains and or town spaces with cells up to number indicated in national option track. I will replace 1 arms cache if no cubes. That's exactly the situation. Or move in 1 arms cache. No, this is fine. So that's what we will do. And here, limited operation. I believe we'll do a search here. 4 units, or even with 4 more, just to be able to get rid of this. Okay, we move further. Swiss crisis, troops withdrawn. Remove 3 troops cubes from the map to this card until the rest phase of the next propaganda round and return them to any British base. So now guys, we'll do absent special activity. What it will be? It will be, well, assault and interrogate. Assault over there. So assault removes this available this to here 1 political will, and interrogate gives another 2 chips. Okay, good draws. I believe what the Cyprus should do is sabotage. Here we'll remove this arms cache, so the roll will be not on more than 2. This is automatic sabotage here because we add +2. And now it goes here. Propaganda. Okay, we'll not play all the cards. It happens. So now calculation. Uh, we'll only go through this part. Now resources will be calculated. Here. Lower political will by the international opinion track value. Oh my god. Disorder. Lower political will by 2 for each sabotage marker in the code and so on. So this is 1 goes down here. Order. Increase political will by 2 if no arms cache is matter. No. Or by 1 for every 2 towns without sabotage marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow! Guys, this is end of the game and the British pulled it up. Really, they did. Although it was looking like a disaster. I believe this play, limb up and then special activity and operation in sequence really helped them here. That was exciting game, quick as you can see, and really suitable for the solo play. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Another game of a British way. This time the Cyprus played, as I showed you, pretty solo friendly and solo suitable. Really hope that you had fun with this demonstration. If so, kindly please give thumbs up. Also, should you have any comments, questions, or remarks, feel free to use the section below. What's more, I'm also open to any observations which you have, because it's already third game in this multi-pack. How do you find those games? How do you find this play? Yeah, so really looking forward to any of your opinions. Thank you once again. Thanks for watching, and meet you in the next material. Bye.